The Chicago Sky teammates of Angel Reese, Ariel Atkins, Rachel Banham, Courtney Vandersloot, 3 ladies which were targeted in that hit piece that Angel Reese slid underneath the table. Yeah, they responded. Not only did they respond, but the Chicago Sky responded as well.
Did Angel Reese just turn from the Sky's star into their biggest problem? She's suspended for too many technical fouls, missing games with a back injury, and even calling out teammates like Courtney Vandersloot, Hailey Van Lith, and Rachel Banham. The crazy part? The Sky are playing better without her, so why is Reese demanding trades and roster changes when she leads the league in turnovers even after missing weeks? What happened next? Her teammates pushed back, the front office punished her, and the Sky found new energy without her. Is this the end for Reese in Chicago? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Should the Sky move on from her?
At this point, it's over. That whole Sky Barbie thing, that thing is over. Angel Reese is done in Chicago. They're gonna move on. They have to.
What happens when your so-called franchise star starts openly insulting her own teammates mid-season? That's exactly what Angel Reese just did. And it wasn't some soft comment about "we all need to improve." She went straight for the throat. In a Chicago Tribune piece, she bluntly said, "I'm not settling for the same we did this year."
Let's see what Angel Reese had to say. "I'm not settling for the same shit we did this year." Oh boy. Reese told the Tribune, "We have to get good players. We have to get great players. That's a non-negotiable for me. I'm willing and wanting to play with the best. And however I can help to get the best here, that's what I'm going to do this offseason. So it's going to be very, very important this offseason to make sure we attract the best of the best, because we can't settle for what we have this year. Overhaul this roster."
Then she doubled down, calling out her own teammates directly. She questioned if Rachel Banham or Hailey Van Lith were even good enough to be on a playoff team. Comments like that don't just upset fans, they break the locker room code. You never trash your teammates in the media.
"We can't rely on Courtney to come back at that age that she's at," Reese said. "I know she'll be a great asset for us, but we can't rely on that. We need someone probably a little younger with some experience, somebody who's been playing the game and is willing to compete for a championship and has done it before." Courtney Vandersloot, by the way, 2-time WNBA champion, 5-time All-Star, 2-time All-WNBA first team, left the New York Liberty, a championship caliber team, to come help out the Chicago. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Oh, dang. Oh, dang. It's all right, Courtney. It's all right.
The ripple effect was immediate. Courtney Vandersloot, a veteran who's carried Chicago basketball for years, suddenly got painted as too old to matter. Never mind that she's still producing, still running the offense, and still one of the smartest point guards in the league. Her own teammate basically tossed her aside like a useless trade card, and here's the kicker: the Sky front office literally built the roster around Reese last offseason. They even traded away the number 3 overall pick, Sonia Citron, for Ariel Atkins. That was a huge gamble, a clear message, we're all in on Angel. But instead of bringing the team together, it only made the tension worse.
You can tell it's just some turmoil going on in Chicago right now. And it kind of brings up the question, like, what is going to happen with Angel Reese at this point? I think she's done playing.
Now picture it from Ariel Atkins' perspective. She's new to the team, a respected vet brought in to help lift the Sky. But what does she walk into? A locker room where the supposed franchise star is treating teammates like pieces on a fantasy draft board, basically saying they're not good enough. Atkins responded with class. She defended her teammates and emphasized collective improvement. Reese, on the other hand, kept saying, "We need better players." The contrast couldn't be clearer. One player focused on unity, the other on replacing everyone but herself.
In the beginning of the season, you was missing mad layups. You was shooting like 27% on layups. I saw Ariel Atkins at the podium holding you down. I didn't see none of your teammates going in the media blasting your ass for not being able to make a damn layup. We haven't seen none of your teammates come out and flame you for how you was missing layups back to back to back to back to back. You had like 8 straight games where these dudes won hundreds of thousands of dollars betting that you would miss your first shot. None of your teammates came out and embarrassed you publicly. They held you down and supported you.
And that's the wildest part. Reese wasn't speaking from a position of dominance. She was leading the league in turnovers, getting suspended for technical fouls, and sitting out weeks with a back injury. Everyone in the gym saw her flaws, except her. To her teammates, it was like watching someone complain about the paint job on a car while driving it straight into a ditch.
I would be highly surprised if Angel Reese is on the Chicago Sky's roster come the start of the 2026 or the 2027 season. The Chicago Sky, they might be saying to themselves, Angel Reese just isn't worth the headache that she is causing. Great rebounder. As for everything else, she's not worth the headache that she's causing.
Instead of rallying the locker room, Reese ended up isolating herself. The more she criticized her teammates, the more they realized she wasn't with them, she was against them, pointing fingers. And once that line was crossed, there was no going back. The Sky didn't see a leader in Reese. They saw someone tearing them down from the inside. Her words alone showed the cracks, but once her shaky play was added to the mix, things only got worse. What happens when your teammates stop protecting you and start speaking their truth? That's when you know the locker room has hit its breaking point. Reese's comments weren't just a throwaway quote in an article, they lit a fire inside the Chicago Sky, and suddenly, players who once stayed quiet weren't afraid to speak up anymore.
Well, it goes to show, if you're gonna go at a legend, you better not miss. As we know, Angel Reese come out this week. She absolutely crushed her own teammates into the dust, and she even decided to go after a legend, the legendary Courtney Vandersloot, who of course blew out her ACL at the beginning of the season, and she is in the midst of making a comeback. And of course, Angel Reese made some comments that were none too kind to a legend.
The drama began when Reese started taking public shots at her own teammates. Instead of owning up to her turnovers or constant technical fouls, she questioned the value of veterans and role players, calling out Courtney Vandersloot and even taking aim at Hailey Van Lith and Rachel Banham. To fans, it came off as arrogant. Inside the team, it came off as divisive. Everyone knew her words would stick to them whether they wanted that attention or not. Ariel Atkins ended up caught in the middle. The Sky brought her in during the off-season to help Reese, not to deal with drama. Atkins tried to keep the peace, defending teammates and stressing unity instead of firing back. But it was clear she was in a tough spot. Nobody wants to join a new team only to find the locker room consumed by one player's ego. She should have been focused on basketball, but instead, she was cleaning up Reese's mess.
It says here, Tyler Marsh called it a top-down organizational decision, declined to share which comments were viewed as detrimental. Atkins implied the team supported the decision. Ownership handled it how they see fit. She told the Sun-Times, a shooter on Friday, they have full support from our team.
Not everyone had the patience to deal with Reese's drama. Rachel Banham, a veteran who's already been through plenty of locker room chaos in her career, didn't sugarcoat her feelings. Her response was blunt, "I think I just don't really care. I'm so over all this." That wasn't apathy, it was exhaustion. She didn't have time for a teammate dragging her down while she fought to keep her spot in the league. Then came Vandersloot. The idea that she was too old to contribute didn't sit well with someone who's built her career on consistency and grit. She clapped back with, "My age is absolutely not a factor. I am coming back better than ever." Vandersloot has earned every ounce of respect across the league, and she wasn't about to let her legacy get reduced to a throwaway punchline in one of Reese's interviews.
Can Sky Nation expect to see you back here next year?
Oh, absolutely. You know, contrary to what people say or think, my age is absolutely not a factor. I am coming back. I'm going to come back better than ever because that's what I've done. I put myself in the position to come back and compete even at this age.
Better than ever. Thank you so much, Sloot.
What followed was rare. You saw teammates stop covering for each other in public and start protecting their own careers. Reports surfaced that players were frustrated about being called out by name. The tension eventually boiled over into a players-only meeting, where the elephant in the room, Angel Reese, had to be addressed. That meeting made one thing clear: Nobody wanted to carry the target Reese had put on their backs, like subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update.